What is a typical surveillance corporate investigation instruction? Welcome to the episode of Titan PI TV. We're looking at the inside workings of a live operation investigation agency, that being here, Titan in Derby. However, we have 9 other offices, 10 in all, from Truro down in the southwest, all the way up to Manchester in the northwest. Welcome to Titan PI TV and happy Friday. I am your host and Managing Director of Titan Private Investigation Ltd, Simon Henson. Don't forget, if you prefer to listen to podcasts, you can download Titan PI TV podcast wherever you download your podcasts. So today's short episode is in regard to surveillance and what is a typical corporate investigation instruction. So there's a number of reasons why a company may instruct Titan or a private investigation company. The most common are, firstly, absenteeism. So where someone may have had an accident in the workplace or at home, they are on sick leave. There is no dispute in the accident. However, what is disputed is the effects of that accident and how it's affecting them, and whether they're playing on it. Their motivation might be money, or it might be just time off work. Moonlighting. Moonlighting is when an individual may be on the sick, so absenteeism once again, but working elsewhere and claiming statutory sick pay. Another one that we've done previously, very recently actually, is where someone's had an accident and they're on reduced hours and they're having a phased return to work. However, those reduced hours, they're actually working elsewhere, their own business, which was a manual business, fencing. So they were putting fences up, but they weren't able to do their job because it was manual. So direct conflict. We've had others, which is theft of diesel. So it was a lorry driver that was driving home and then turning on a siphoning system and siphoning petrol and then using it for his vehicles or potentially selling on. We've had intellectual property theft, where a company's intellectual property has been sold on to competitors. We've had false expenses claims, where we have followed the individual or we've used tracking devices and we've identified that the expenses claimed are completely false. So how do we do it? We deploy a minimum of 2 surveillance operatives. It has to be a minimum of 2, otherwise it's one person in a car behind a subject or one person on foot behind a subject. Can't be done. So a minimum of 2, sometimes 3, depending on the instruction and the parameters around the job. Those operatives, they deploy for a minimum of 5 hours at a time. That's 5 consecutive hours in a row. So if the task is to start at 0700 hours, the minimum deployment time would be 5 hours, so they'd finish at midday. However, there is no maximum. What we advise in these cases is that we watch the employee for the contracted hours. So if they work 9-5, we watch them between 9 AM and 5 PM because that is their contracted day. We will need to know the start location, any associated vehicles, and an image of them. We will then covertly follow them using the 2 or 3 operatives, record their movements throughout the day, and they will not know that they are being followed. Post-deployment, we will then provide you with a comprehensive report which includes images taken from the surveillance footage, and we will give you the time, date stamped surveillance footage if required, and that can be used in a tribunal, family, criminal, or civil court. Dead simple, dead effective. The easiest way to get the truth is to use a surveillance team. It's going to save you as a company money, and it's going to get rid of those rogue employees who are effectively stealing your company revenue. If you have a corporate investigation, please get in touch. Like I say, we cover all of England. We do go into Scotland and we do go into Wales, but our bread and butter is our 10 offices in England, giving us a national coverage. If you like this episode, please give us a thumbs up. We love a thumbs up. If you don't want to miss further episodes, then please subscribe to Titan PI TV on YouTube. It's free. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next week, happy Friday.